Well, I guess I haven't been giving the Washington Redskins enough credit. I have bet against the Redskins in 3 of their 4 games this season and have lost 2 out of those 3 bets. I just thought that after their Week 1 win over New Orleans, they became a little overhyped, overvalued maybe. Didn't think they had any business being road favorites in their Week 2 game in St. Louis, given the fact that Robert Griffin III, a rookie, it was his 2nd career start. The Redskins were 5-11 last year. I just thought people were getting a little ahead of themselves with this team. But evidently I was wrong. Even though I was correct about that Week 2 game when the St. Louis Rams beat them, I expected the Redskins to lose last week, for example, to Tampa. So this team's just better than I thought they were. I generally don't like backing rookie quarterbacks in the NFL because they always struggle, but Robert Griffin III is not your average rookie. This guy is clearly a star in the making, and I tell you what, I better come around. I'm not going to be stubborn enough to lose money betting against this team the whole year. All that being said, so hey, the Redskins, I'll be the first to say, better than I thought they were going to be, better than I've given them credit for these first few weeks. The teams they've beaten, the 2 teams they've beaten, they're 2-2 of course, their combined record is 1-7. This week is a whole different story. They have the Atlanta Falcons coming to town. Falcons are 4-0. Falcons installed as a 3-point favorite right now on BETDAQ. Total's not out yet on BETDAQ. Should be coming out in a matter of hours. And, this feels to me like the Redskins might be getting a little too much credit here, might be getting a little too much respect. Now, am I going to bet against them this week? No, I am not. Because clearly I do not have a good read on this team. They've exceeded my expectations thus far. And so I'm going to see what we have here. The Falcons are on the road. They played poorly last week against Carolina, even though Carolina is a division rival who they know very well. So a little bit of a different deal there. But, the Falcons, they've beat all comers. They've beaten good teams, Denver and San Diego. They've beaten bad teams, Carolina and Kansas City. And aside from that Carolina game, they've won all their games relatively comfortably. I mean, I guess Denver made that game a game in the end there, but Falcons were well ahead throughout most of that game. So this team has been dominant. Along with the Houston Texans, most people have considered the Falcons the best team in the league up to this point. Are the Redskins ready for that type of thing? I don't see any indication that they are. This defense has been surprisingly bad this year. Terrible. Near the bottom of the NFL, nearly every major statistical category, which is a surprise. Again, this defense was top half of the league last year, returning most of their key playmakers. Now, they have lost a couple of those guys. Brian Arakpo, Adam Carricker have been lost to injuries. So now they're not the defense they were at the beginning of the year, but they weren't playing well at the beginning of the year. So Robert Griffin and this offense that leads the league in scoring, which is incredibly impressive considering they have a rookie quarterback and their best running back, Alfred Morris, coming into this season. Most NFL fans had never heard of him. So a lot of credit has to go to Mike Shanahan, his son Kyle Shanahan, that coaching staff. Certainly a lot of credit has to go to Robert Griffin III. I'm not bought in enough. I'm not ready to say the Redskins are going to beat the Atlanta Falcons at home this week. Hey, they very well might. They've surprised me so far this year. They surprised me by beating Tampa Bay on the road last week. They might continue to surprise me by beating Atlanta this week, but hey, I'm not betting on it.